South Africa first sent troops to the DRC in the year 2000 to help implement the Lusaka Accord that was meant to end the Second Congo War. This was at a time the country was keen on extending its Pan-African vision by taking on a continental role. But almost 3 decades later, an expert says the government was struggling to justify the presence of its troops thousands of miles away to its citizens. The decision, he says, had nothing to do with the recent geopolitical tensions with the United States, which has taken a central role in mediation efforts in the DRC.
The conflict in the DRC has changed considerably. The way in which the different sort of factors and overlapping factors that are driving that conflict, they have changed. And I think that the South African authorities and the government have not made a strong case to domestic citizens as to why it is that South Africa has people deployed in that part of the continent.
The situation was further compounded when South African soldiers lost their lives near the eastern DRC city of Goma following an M23 attack in January last year.
14 South African soldiers were sadly killed in that region. And that has raised significant questions internally in South Africa as to what's going on there. And as to whether or not the SANDF, the South African military, even has the capability to effectively pursue a mandate in that part of the continent.
Currently, South Africa has over 700 soldiers deployed in the DRC. A statement issued by President Cyril Ramaphosa's office last week says his country will work with the UN to finalize the timelines and other modalities of the withdrawal to be completed before the end of 2026. A security expert says the UN must now move with urgency to fill the void that will be left with the withdrawal of South African forces from the mission.
South Africa's withdrawal, unless replaced with something else, is going to definitely leave a security vacuum that is going to leave parts of the eastern DRC very vulnerable. Vulnerable, number one, to rebel advancement and also humanitarian issues coming up, rising up, incidences of gender-based sexual violence taking place. You'll start hearing militias now plundering and looting people, more villages and more Congolese citizenry in danger.
Despite the withdrawal, Pretoria says it will continue to maintain close bilateral ties with Kinshasa and support peace efforts. Bobot Nagela, CGTN.